spill. Case number 003, hidden fees.
Welcome to the Motion to Spill podcast, where we're talking about life, legal stuff, friendship, and everything in between. I'm
Unfiltered.
Sarah, unfiltered, yes. I'm Sarah Young. I'm an attorney in North Carolina, and I'm accompanied by my co-host, Megan Rogers.
Your favorite
My
paralegal.
favorite paralegal.
That's right. Get it right.
All right. So in this episode, we're going to talk about some hidden fees and some hot button things we've seen in the news lately with Ticketmaster, Live Nation, some lawsuits, and
Get our thoughts on it. You want to know my opinion?
yeah, I do.
All right. Break it down for me.
Okay, here we go. So Ticketmaster and Live Nation are facing multiple lawsuits, including one from the FTC in 7 states over drip pricing, just showing low ticket prices up front. I'm sure you guys have seen this. It's infuriating to me.
Mm-hmm.
Low ticket prices up front, then hitting customers with fees ranging from 24% to 40%, 44% of the original price at checkout. And so allegedly from 2019 to 2024, this practice generated over $16.4 billion in fees to Ticketmaster.
And that's billion with a B.
Yeah, billion with a B. That's right. So there are some internal Ticketmaster emails where executives are calling their own pricing structures a bait and switch and admit that the customer experience, quote unquote, sucks. So, but in testing hiding fees, they found that it increased revenue by $50 million annually. So, you know, to me, it sounds like it's a calculated risk, which reminds me of like the Ford Pinto case from the 80s or 70s. Can't remember what the exact year of that was, where Ford knew that the Ford Pinto had these issues where if it were rear-ended, it would like combust into flames, and they knew that.
Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah, but it was Ford took a calculated risk, and they're like, well, you know, I know this could happen, but we're going to take a calculated risk and do nothing. To me, that's an omission, right? So you're choosing not to act because you have this information. You're choosing not to act. I'm not saying it's good or bad. It's just the way it is. But in Ticketmaster's case, that was not an omission. That was an intentional act. They knew, they crafted the scheme and they went with it, raising these prices artificially and deceptively, in my opinion. And then some reports say that Ticketmaster also allegedly facilitated scalper bots to resell tickets, and they made money both on the original sale and on the resale because even though they prohibit scalper bots, they created the scalper bots. So what do you think? Is this legal or is this just capitalism?
The scalper bots are really, that's wrong. But I have to say that I feel like it's kind of capitalism. I mean, you don't have to buy it.
Well, exactly. And I think it's terrible. It infuriates me, and I think it's terrible for the consumer, right? But at the end of the day, as you're clicking through, and, you know, a couple years ago, we bought tickets for Frozen, the musical, for my daughter, for my mom, and Travis tagged along. But, you know, I experienced that because I was like, oh, wow, these ticket prices are great. I'll just like splurge and get, you know, I think we were like 6 levels, 6 rows from the orchestra. And I was like, wow, this is great. I can't believe these prices are so low. Click through. I had 4 together. Uncommon at a Frozen musical because kids love it. And it was really hot at the time. And then we clicked through. I'm like, wait a minute. That's a good 30% more than I was expecting. What the heck? And I mean, it's infuriating. But, you know, at the end of the day, I saw what the total price was. And I clicked it anyway. I still pulled out my credit card and paid. So, I mean, I kind of lean towards capitalism as well. I hate it. It's a necessary evil. But at the end of the day, the consumer sees the face value of the price, and then they see the fees and the total price there. Now, if they charge your card, and then on the back end, they charge it again for these fees that you were not really aware of, or you click through terms and conditions where they were spelled out in one of those things where you just kind of scroll and say, yes, I read it. That's different to me than if you see it in the total and you say, okay, I hate this. This sucks, but I'm going to buy it anyway. You know, to me, that's different.
Yes, that's my thing, is that it's not like they charged your credit card without your knowledge, or that you weren't aware of what the total was. You still said okay, so that's capitalism.
I do. I don't think that's going to be a popular opinion, though, because people will be outraged. They already are. I mean, I've heard it over and over again. It's constantly annoying to me. I hate using Ticketmaster. In fact, there's a local hockey team in Winston-Salem that we like to go to, and their ticket box or their box office is only open certain days of the week. I would rather drive all the way down there, buy my tickets in person, instead of and you still have Ticketmaster fees, but not to the extent that you do on the app. It's just infuriating. So, you know, but what do consumers do about it? Because you can't really boycott it, because you want to go see Taylor Swift. You want to go see Queen Bee. You want to go see who else right now is like really hot?
Morgan Wallen.
Yeah, Morgan Wallen, kids like him. I'm too busy to go to that stuff, but I go to more like shows, like Broadway stuff, but I experience the same, you know, fury.
Yeah.
What do you think, Tim?
Well, my thing is, like you said, people are going to do it anyway, right?
Yeah.
And we don't like it. But as long as Ticketmaster and who owns Live Nation, or Live Nation owns them, whichever way, they're a monopoly. And as long as they're a monopoly and you have no other choice other than some small rinky-dink ones that have nothing to do with the things you want to see, plus they own the venues. So they're adding stuff behind the scenes on that too, and calling it all the fees that they're calling. Not that they do it afterwards. You see what it is up front. Mm-hmm. But you know, at the same question goes to legacy rock bands.
I was just going to say
who
that.
Are beyond really anything worth seeing anymore. They may, you know, just, oh, please hang it up. But people still pack the place. Mm-hmm. And so is it up to the artist to say, okay, I'm done? Or is it up to the ticket buying audience to stop buying tickets? Is it up to the ticket buying audience to stop buying stuff from Ticketmaster? Or do they have any other choice? And they don't have any other choice.
Right now they don't. This kind of reminds me, I thought you were going to take a different angle, although I like that angle you're taking with the rock groups. At the end of the day, if people say, well, I'm going to boycott Ticketmaster, that hurts the artist.
Yes.
Ticketmaster is a multi-billion-dollar company that is going to continue on.
Yeah.
That's just a little bump in the road for them if they lose a couple $100 million in revenue a year. But for these rock bands, that's all they have right now.
And they're not rolling in it.
No.
Taylor Swift rolls in it because she has all this stuff encompassed. Like, I'm going to use a band name, Scorpions. There's videos right now, they're on tour, but it's awful. And they used to be so good. And the thing is the band themselves, they're not millionaires. They have been around for a long time. They had a lot of record sales, but you know, you go through that money. And even if you invest, you're probably not making tons of money on it. And so you got to feed your family somehow, which means you still got to go on tour. So you're at the mercy of Ticketmaster. If you're playing out of 20 venues, 14 of them are owned by Live Nation. You're having to use that.
And there's so many layers there from where they're making money off of you. And none of that ever goes to the artist.
Yeah. Now, to their defense, Pearl Jam fought Ticketmaster and won. But what did that do? That got the people who bought Pearl Jam tickets refunds or whatever, but it didn't quell the whole thing.
Yeah.
So where I was going with that this kind of reminds me of, remember like pre-Napster, pre-LimeWire and all those from the early 2000s. I know
LimeWire.
I'm going back in the day.
Rhapsody.
But but remember where there was a big revolt against recording companies or record companies. And then you have like Taylor Swift re-recording all of her previous content in her own studio or her own, enterprise. So do you think that there will be a young up-and-coming company that will be able to take some market share from Ticketmaster? Are they so big that we're looking at a monopoly here, that eventually the government's going to have to step in? Like, what the cost of entry here, the barrier to entry is big because, like you said, Live Nation, owned by Ticketmaster, they own these venues. And so this... if somebody were to come up and compete legitimately, they would have to start at the small venues that are individually owned and operated. And then they would have to have support, right? Because you would have to sell out all the shows, get more revenue. They're going to have to charge fees, but maybe not 40%.
Yeah.
So, and I remember, it didn't used to be that way. You might add a couple dollars, maybe 3%, 4%, but 44%.
And then you have the other side of it. And this is not what the conversation was about, but the resellers.
Yeah.
Who you might be able to get it fee free, but wherever they got the tickets, they had to pay that fee because resellers still have to buy it from the original stuff. So if you found, I'm just using this as an example, I didn't hear the total you were talking about for Frozen. Let's say you found this and it was X amount of money. Well, when you go to one of the resellers, it's going to be that plus the fees that they had to pay to get the tickets, plus their fee to sell the tickets, plus any markup that they're wanting to do. Now, legally, they can, I think, they can only go so far in how much they mark up. But, markup is one thing. Oh, this is a fee, this is a fee, this is a fee, this is a fee. You can get around markup by saying that you are charging these fees. If you can legitimately, at least on the surface, say what those fees are. And it's just, it's just such a, I won't say scam because it's not a scam because we can easily,
So if it looks like a duck, it quacks like a duck. What
sounds
is it?
like a duck. It's a chicken.
It's a turkey.
Yeah.
Gobble, gobble, gobble.
So yeah, just we can debate that whole thing till our faces turn blue.
Yeah, this could have been like its own episode.
Yeah, but it's not going to change anything until someone with some capital is able to step up and compete with Ticketmaster.
Yeah.
I agree.
All right. Megan has very few words on this topic.
Or that, or I didn't give her a chance to say anything.
No, I don't have a lot of opinions on it.
Okay.
I'm not a big concert person.
Oh, like a live venue.
No.
In my younger days, I was, but
I'm kind of with you. The stuff that I've gone to see has been like Moulin Rouge and Phantom of the Opera and things like that. I'm more Broadway.
Well, I'd like to
theater
say
productions.
that I was, more bougie like that, but I also am not above Paw Patrol Live, Disney on Ice. That's the era that I am in right now. So,
all right. So I get to go. Mm-hmm. All right. So Sarah, what is something you like that most people don't?
I love a double espresso with nothing in it. Most people are like, gross, it tastes like dirt. Sometimes it does. But I love to really taste the flavor of different blends of coffee. And I love the espresso flavor. So I would say that's one thing that I like, that most people want something in it. They don't just want to take a shot of espresso. What about you?
Gin. I like gin.
Oh, absolutely.
Most people don't.
It's nasty. Why would you put that pine sol in your body?
I love it.
You get the right gin, it's not pine sol.
That's what I've heard. And I used to think that about tequila too, is it was nasty until I had good tequila, and now I have changed my mind.
Sipping tequila is a whole lot different than shooting tequila.
Yes.
Yeah.
Highly recommend. Go to Mexico, do a legit tequila tasting or two. It will change your life.
And I'm with you, actually. I do a quad shot espresso, but it's Americano, and it's always iced. So I don't drink hot drinks. So
you don't drink any hot drinks. So you wouldn't drink any tea that we spill. I'm just kidding. That was weird.
I will. Yeah, that I drink, but it's usually only if I'm doing something vocal. If I'm singing or have a long voiceover session, I will drink hot tea for that. But even at that, I have to let it cool down.
Okay, so my friends and family members always make fun of me about this, but I usually like multiple beverages, different options. But I like it either really cold or really hot. Don't give me anything that's lukewarm. Yeah. I want it one extreme or another. Burn my tongue or ice my mouth, like give me a brain freeze, but I don't want anything in between. So
yeah, I will drink water room temperature if that's what's given to me, but given the opportunity, I want it so cold that it's almost frozen itself.
It's a little slushy.
Yeah.
Okay, what's next?
What's your guilty? I can't.
One more time.
Okay, I'm gonna try it again. What's your guilty pleasure?
Chocolate. I love chocolate.
Is that guilty pleasure though? Because a lot of people love chocolate. Guilty pleasure would have to be something that you would almost be ashamed of liking, like New Kids on the Block or something.
Oh, I love some 90s boy bands.
There you go.
I love Backstreet Boys, 98 Degrees, NSYNC. They're okay, but I love cheesy 90s videos. Even the girl, like Christina Aguilera, it was so cheesy, but I love it. I love a Backstreet Boys. In fact, if they ever come anywhere close to here, I know they're in Vegas right now. How do I know that? Because I cheesily love them. But I love 90s boy bands.
I know I'm not answering these questions, but I'm going to answer this question anyway. Spice Girls.
Yes.
I have seen them in concert.
Have you?
I did. 14 rows back, and I still had binoculars. But this was the week after Ginger left.
Oh, okay.
Which is okay with me because I didn't care about her.
I think I can probably guess what you were using those binoculars for, but that's a topic for a different podcast, probably.
Right on.
So, Megan Rogers.
What's my guilty pleasure?
Yeah.
My guilty pleasure is eating really crappy junk food and hiding. I'm going to eat my feelings like they owe me money. And I have to hide from my children. But I could eat an entire thing of Oreos by myself in a closet.
That is alarming.
It is, but it has been done.
Okay. Just because you can
doesn't mean I
you
should.
But going back to Spice Girls, sorry, my ADD kicked in there.
That's okay.
So fun random thing about our office, I have a Spice Girls LP vinyl record in the record player in our office. And it's the only record that I have because it's the only one I've brought to the office. But you'll be surprised.
The amount of records she owns is slightly alarming.
Yeah.
Do you have 4,000?
So we have so many that my husband has cataloged them and put them into Discogs.
Yeah, me too.
And you should come over and see it. It's a lot, but
is it 4,000?
Probably not 4,000. But for a while there, we were really collecting a lot, and I just love these 70s album covers, like Chris Christopherson, like just so weird and random, awkward family photos, but for like recording artists.
I have 3,798.
Wow.
And they too are on
Discogs. Yeah. Okay, next.
Okay.
I would love to come see that collection.
Okay. I'll have to have you over. My husband will smoke some meat. It's his favorite.
Yes.
Drink some bourbon.
Yes.
He's a bourbon guy for sure.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm not. Okay.
I'm not either.
So
more of a vodka.
This one's going to be funny. What was your first screen name? Go back to America Online.
Or Prodigy.
I don't remember my first one, but the one I used the most was Sarah I Says Hi.
Remember putting your away message?
Oh, yeah. And I remember like checking to see when the last time was this guy I had a crush on was online. And you know, exes sometimes. But I'll do that now. But that was like the original stalking
Yep.
thing.
Definitely did that too.
Okay. What was your original screen name?
It's so dumb. It was Wee Bonnie Lass. Was my first one.
From Outlander?
Well, Outlander wasn't out then. This would have been in the 90s. But yeah, but Wee was spelled like the French way.
Yes.
Oh.
Like the word yes.
O-U-I.
A lot of thought went into that.
It did.
What does it mean? What's the hidden meaning?
I thought it made me sound cool.
That's the hidden meaning. Okay.
Yeah, that was it.
Okay, I have to know, Tim.
Mine is still the same today. It is Scorpio NC.
Okay, why mess with a good thing?
Right. So let's say that was 30, at least 33 years I've had that.
Wow. It's making me feel a little bit old here. Do you think, like, do people even say screen name? Like,
Well, now I need to know, what was your
18-year-old
first email address?
I don't even remember. I don't remember that. It was so long ago in the world of dial-up, in the age of dial-up.
Scorpio NC at prodigy.com. And then it was prodigy.net. And I used the prodigy.net email address up until about 7 years ago.
Do you remember Netscape?
Oh, yeah.
Yes. Yes, I do.
All I remember is like dialing up AOL or whatever their competitors.
It would do that.
Oh, and then if somebody like tried to use the phone, like, get off the phone!
Yeah.
Kick
you offline.
That
Yeah.
handshake signal is just awful. That and fax machines. What's a worse sound than the dial-up for AOL was if someone dialed your home number trying to send you a fax.
Yeah, it's so annoying.
Yeah.
What was the question?
What was your first email address?
Oh, I don't remember. It was something Yahoo, I think.
Oh, see, mine was AOL.
I was really boring initially because
MS Rogers 82 at
Miss
AOL.
Rogers?
Well, my name is Megan Siobhan, so it was my initials. But
it works.
Yep, MS Rogers 82.
And nobody knows how to spell Siobhan.
No, I made a lot of money in the military
Yeah.
doing that.
It's
To
not
go by-
Ciobon.
Or Cinnabon.
Cinnabon, yeah.
Megan Cinnabon Rogers.
That's me.
All right. Well, this has been another episode of Motion to Spill. Thanks for joining us. And we hope you join us next time.
Absolutely.
To send in questions or inquiries, send it to info@motiontospill.com.
Quick reminder, while I am a lawyer, I may not be your lawyer. This podcast is designed to educate and entertain, not to provide legal advice for your personal situation. Every legal issue is unique, and good legal advice requires knowing all the specifics of your case, which I don't have from a podcast. If you need legal help with a legal matter, please consult with a qualified attorney in your jurisdiction who can give you personalized guidance. Thanks for listening, and remember, no attorney-client relationship is created by tuning in.
This is Motion to Spill. All rights are reserved. So this podcast is ours, not yours. We made it, we own it, and we copyrighted it. So don't steal our stuff, don't copy it, share it commercially, or don't try to pass it off as your own genius. If you want to use our content for something, just ask us, like a normal person. We might say yes, and we might say no, but at least you won't be breaking the law. Seriously though, unauthorized use of this content can get you in legal trouble, and no one wants that kind of drama. And I mean, come on, she's an attorney. Don't mess with her.